here, and I am downtown Asheville at 52 Lexington Avenue, my new home, not this, but Asheville. And I am going to go into Cornerstone Minerals, and we're going to look at some minerals, and I'm going to pull some cards for you. And we're going to look at what's going on in the next month for you. Hey everybody, Tori Hartman here with your card of the week. And I'm standing here with Mackenzie, who is working here at Cornerstone Minerals. And I was just asking Mackenzie how they got the name, and you were just saying, I said, wait, so.
I think it started as Sacred Earth Minerals, and then perhaps when they got this location, it came into Cornerstone Minerals. We've been here for 10 years, and we've got a second location in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
And how long have you been here?
I've been here for about 2 years, and I've been managing the store for about a year and a half.
Oh, wow, sweet. Well, so all of you know you can come see Mackenzie. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I said to her was, ooh, she said, which area do you want to go to? I said, let's go to the malachite, let's go to the green. And so she said, I'm going to brush up on it a little. So malachite, of course, is it's a very true stone that I know. I know it is related to the heart because it is green, but there's other stuff about it, and I'm going to let you just tell me. What else should we know about malachite?
It's a good stone for the solar plexus as well. So it aligns that heart energy and that solar plexus energy to really manifest what your will and your desires are along your path. It's also protective against negative energies and influences. I know when I first started working here, when I pulled the malachite, I actually got sick to my stomach, which I've never really experienced a physical sensation with a stone before. But after I did some research, it was like clearing out that energy center, clearing out that power of my own, and that's what I needed. That was the medicine that I needed.
It's very interesting you're saying that, because one of the things I talk about a lot is the idea of when we work with chakra, we work with, if you're stuck or you feel like there's something going on there, you have to go to the prior chakra. So it's very interesting that the yellow, of course, the will and your urges, if you will, I often call it your thinking and planning as well, because it's like what you will do. But it's interesting that you're talking about that as like pre-heart. So one of the things I want to say, everybody, is that I decided what I'm going to do, Mackenzie, is that obviously there's chakra cards. So what I thought we'd do is I'm going to ask you we're going to work with the card of the week with Mackenzie. So I'm going to ask you to pick a number from 1 to 7. Because we're going to pick from the toolkit, and what I'm doing is I'm going into the green chakra. You pick a number from 1 to 7, and that will relate to one of the cards in green.
Okay.
So tell me a number from 1 to 7.
5.
Okay. So we're looking up the 5th card in green, and 3. Hold on, I'm counting. We're really doing this live. 4 and 5. One of my favorite cards. It's Penelope and Pickle. And it's the grief card. And what's powerful, it's very interesting because you were talking about clearing out. One of the things that I think is really powerful about the grief card is it really says that grief is love without a place to go. So it really is about having cleared something in your life and looking for something new to put in.
That's pertinent, actually.
So if I may, I'll tell you a couple things that I pick up around you. And of course, I'm reminding everybody this is an active store, so we're going to hear people in the background and all that stuff. But a couple things I want to say to you is that sometimes, it's interesting. Somebody said to me recently, because it's the story of Penelope and her dog Pickle who dies. And somebody said to me, and it was kind of harsh, but I thought it was great. He said, well, the dog's dead. Meaning he's moving on, But the thing I want to say is that there's a natural, there's a natural ending with this grief card. But it's not an ending of like in a mean way, it's just a clearing of something so that your true heart's desire can come through. That said, let's look at you. And what I'm really picking up for you is that this really is a time for you to fall into your heart again. You've really taken some time away from it. You've made thoughts and decisions. But I have to tell you, you've made a decision. And by the way, if you're listening to this, it's related to you as well. You've made a very powerful decision to follow through on something that's been important to you. And you may not be in the consciousness of it, but that's why this other thing had to go away. So when things leave us sometimes, we think, oh, I'm losing something. But the reality is that it has to go away because you asked for something. So it's kind of like, when you ask for a new home, you have to leave the old one. So, well, you can keep both, but in this case, that's kind of the I would say the progression. So when we look at malachite, and it's interesting for you, malachite would be a stone, and energetically I'm picking up, for you to put one under your pillow. Putting it under your pillow and allowing your entire upper energy, the top chakras to pull in what's true to your heart. And I do want to tell you, you're very guided in this decision. You are correct on that. Because I feel sometimes when we make a decision and it brings up some sadness, it's like, did I do the right thing? I really feel that you were 1,000% right in this. So I hope that helps for you. And so for you this week, really look at the decisions that you're making, and are they made through your heart? And of course, if you happen to be in Asheville, come on down to Cornerstone, and you will be able to pick up your own malachite. And I'll see you next week.
It did make sense. What's been up for me has been processing a lot of jealousy and this old emotional baggage that I've been carrying with me. It's like a coat of armor. So I've acknowledged that these old ways of being have kept me safe in some way, but now it's not serving me. So it's been an intense, actually, last few days of really looking at what it is that's blocking me from being fully in myself and fully in my power and totally happy. So thanks for that. It definitely resonates. been up for me has been processing a lot of jealousy and this old emotional baggage that I've been carrying with me. It's like a coat of armor. So I've acknowledged that these old ways of being have kept me safe in some way, but now it's not serving me. So it's been an intense, actually, last few days of really looking at what it is that's blocking me from being fully in myself and fully in my power and totally happy. So thanks for that. It definitely resonates.